Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm here today with a Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe unboxing. So this is my first edition. Is that where we're going? I don't know. Yeah, this is my first Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe box. I only just recently subscribed, so February's box is the first one that I have been sent. I have been wanting to have a subscription box again. I haven't had one for probably at least 3 or 4 years now. But I've been watching and living vicariously everyone's different unboxings for all of the different ones that are available. And yeah, the Fabric Godmother one is the one I've gone for now. I don't know that I will necessarily keep it for like a whole year. I might swap around depending on how I feel. But yeah, that's the one I've chosen to start with. So I'm gonna talk to you about what's in it. I'm not opening it live because I received it and then had a bunch of stuff on, so I knew I didn't, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to like hold off and wait to open it like fully live on camera. So I have seen everything that's in here, and yeah, so here it is in its box. This little label on, and it's quite heavy. And when I opened it, I'm going to see if I can show you. I'm going to see if I can show you. So when I opened it, initially, when I opened it, I thought that it was, because I hadn't had one before, I thought that it was wrapped in like brown tissue paper. And then when I realized that that was the fabric, I was a bit like, oh, what have I done? And that because obviously Fabric Godmother, I feel like I know them best for all of their beautiful like prints that they've been putting out. I know obviously they put out like some plains recently as well. So I think I just, in my head, I was like, oh, it's definitely going to be a print, especially as I think the previous box was like a plain fabric as well for the Aspen dress. So I was like, oh, it's definitely going to be a print. So I was a bit like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. But then I looked in a bit more detail, and yeah, my like initial reaction changed. So the fabric is this. I would call it, yeah, it's very beige, sort of that browny kind of camely beige colour, which isn't normally my colour at all, but it is dead stock cotton gabardine, which apparently from like a fancy UK retailer that does outerwear. I'm not up on those things to be able to guess which one it is, but it does feel like very high quality. It just feels very, it's got like a little bit of a shine to it, I guess I would say. And yeah, it's a very, yeah, it definitely feels like a good quality fabric for outerwear. And so when I looked further in the box at the pattern, so there's a tissue pattern, and then the instructions, there's a link to instructions in the QR code. So the pattern that they have given with it is the paper cut patterns Eliza, which is a trench coat pattern. And if you have watched my autumn winter patterns video, which is quite a while ago now, one of the things I said I wanted to make was a trench coat. And I had said that one of the reasons I hadn't made one is that I didn't have a pattern for it, and I also wasn't sure what colour I wanted. I did also say in that I wasn't sure that I wanted a traditional like beige colour. But I think now that I have something, I think, why not try? So there's only the outer fabric for this, so there's enough for like the full. I think the pattern, the Eliza pattern, has like a shorter version and a longer version. So there's enough fabric here for the full like long version. but it's just the outer fabric, so I would need to choose a lining. And I think that's where I can, feed my need for colour and print and pick something vibrant. Or I could go for, maybe if I was trying to like channel, like a classic Burberry trench coat, maybe I could find some like check fabric. That might be quite fun. So I think there's a lot of possibilities in terms of, what I would choose to pair with this. I think maybe I might cut a little bit of selvage and take it with me to the Stitch Festival when I go, to see, if I can see anything there that I think would be good. Because I think I need probably a couple of meters. I have to double check the fabric requirements, but probably a good couple of meters to do a lining on a full length trench coat. But I think, initially it was a bit like, oh, it's beige. It's like literally my worst nightmare. But now I see the possibilities, and how I can make it more me. I think they showed some examples of like including piping, and that might be quite fun, and a way of adding colour in other places. A way of adding colour in other places, not just like on the lining. So there's matching thread as well to go with it. I feel like maybe that's not quite enough. Like, I don't know. I feel like I probably will want to pick up another one just to be safe, because I feel like there's probably reasonable amount of top stitching and things, and obviously it's a full length, so it's quite long. So maybe I want another one of these. And then the like gift that was in there is again obviously very appropriate for the type of garment pattern that they've picked in the fabric, and it is a clapper. Small tailor's clapper, which I don't have, because I haven't really done a lot of like outerwear making, so this will be really handy. I feel like, other than a lining fabric and obviously interfacing, and a few buttons, I think it's just buttons on this, so I would just need to choose some buttons, which again I could probably do at the Stitch Festival. Hopefully there'll be some people with nice buttons. I'm actually, after receiving a surprise beige package when I was fully convinced I was going to get a fun Fabric Godmother print, I'm actually pleased that I can now make a trench coat. And obviously if I decide, if I make this, there's things like there is welt pockets. I think you can do patch pockets as well if you don't want to do welt pockets, but I've never done welt pockets, so I would like to try it. And so if maybe I don't get them perfect, I can always make another one, and then I would have the option to choose a colour which maybe is something that I would more naturally gravitate towards. But I think I don't know that, like, I'm holding it up to me. Like, I don't know whether it necessarily screams this is a good colour for me. But I think it's hard to judge when it's not made up into a garment. So I'm reserving judgment, but I think it will be a good challenge for me and my sewing, and push me out of my comfort zone. And I think that's like I said, that's why I picked the Fabric Godmother box, because it comes with a pattern as well, that I thought I would be challenged more as a sewist to think about different patterns, come outside of my comfort zone, and this definitely is that in spades. So on balance, even though if I had ultimate control, which obviously don't, that's the thing without a subscription box, is that you don't have control over what you're getting. It's part of the fun. I think I'm happy, and I know that I will I think I will learn a lot from it, so I think that's a good thing. That is so that is my unboxing of the February Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe box. I'd be really interested to hear from anyone else who has got this month's box and what you think. Have you started already? Are you what are you going to line yours with? Like, I'd love to hear other people's thoughts, and hear if you've got any ideas about what you might do to make the pattern your own. I think on the information there was maybe a few slightly different shades, because it's a dead stock fabric, so I don't know that everyone will have necessarily exactly the same color fabric. So yeah, I'd be interested to see other people's videos, to see if anyone got slightly different colors of the fabric in their boxes. But yeah, let's see how we get on. I'm not under any illusions that I will start it soon. There's a couple of the projects that I would like to get underway. I feel like maybe I should make a toile, just like I've got an old bed sheet like hanging out behind there that I think, because it's a coat and because there's so many, there's a lot of obviously pieces to something like a trench coat. Like this pattern does have like storm flaps and one thing and another. So I think, I would want to do a toile just to check the fit across like the shoulders, because you have quite narrow and I have like rounded shoulders. So I definitely would want to make sure that it was the right fit in that way, so that it's not, it's not constantly falling off of my shoulders. So I don't imagine it's going to get made super quickly, but like I say, if I can pick up some lining fabric at the Stitch Festival, then maybe it can still get made in spring. Obviously trench coats are not really designed for like dead of winter, because they're not particularly thick fabric. Even if you did something like interlining, that they're not going to be the warmest of coats, so could still get some wear depending on what the English weather decides to do. But that is my first unboxing for the Fabric Godmother Dream Wardrobe box. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you would like to see more from me, please do consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.